Essentially, in a very, very small nutshell, increasing survival rates of cardiac arrest in Victoria. We recognise that there are some suburbs in the state that have higher rates of cardiac arrest than others. And to increase cardiac arrest survival rates across the state, we need to be focusing on these suburbs that are quite struggling. What's important is focusing on suburbs that have high rates of arrest, but then really low rates of bystander intervention. Bystander intervention, by the way, means, the community member performing CPR or performing defibrillation, often before paramedics arrive, or Fire Rescue Victoria. Fun tip. Fire Rescue Victoria also responds to cardiac arrests, not just Ambulance Victoria. We could look at suburbs that have really high rates of cardiac arrest and really high rates of bystander intervention. A good example of that is Dandenong. A lot of people recognise that Dandenong has both. And I often get the question like, there's so many cardiac arrests in Dandenong, we need a lot of help. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Like there is a really high rate. However, they also have a lot of registered defibs in their suburb already, which good on them. Our program, Defib in Your Street, has currently focused on Reservoir, St Albans, and now Sunny Sunshine. And what we do with the program is we want to increase that bystander intervention. That's where we can make the difference. So, for instance, in Reservoir, which was our pilot suburb, the goal was, and still is, I guess, to install 30 defibs and train a few thousand members in CPR, community members, which we've then, continued on across all of our suburbs. We're hoping that by providing the community with defibs for free and then also accredited training for free, will then come together really nicely and make this lovely little combination that helps us increase survival rates in those communities.